Hello everyone, Phoenix 61 here, your host for tonight's World of Warships Legends shenanigans, of course, yes. So, right off the bat, we are in the Brisbane here, and somebody does an amazing job of spotting this Shimikaze, and then when he goes dark, they trigger radar as well. Super awesome to get this guy off the board. I made one mistake here, and it was to not have my sonar going. I probably could have picked up those torpedoes from said Shimikaze that then destroy my division. But alas, we can press in. All destroyers are gone for the game now, right? So, somewhat of a fair trade, I guess, right? But yeah, so we can push in. It looks like we might be able to get in and sneak into this zone cap without being spotted, but then of course this curve first shows up, right? So I'm going to try and be as sneaky as I can, angle appropriately, right? You know, these big battleships, the second they see a Brisbane or Minotaur or whatever, like, we get shot, right? Like, nobody's, yeah. Everyone stops what they're doing to shoot you if you're in one of these style of ships, right? So we managed to sneak into the zone, get our smoke screen going. And this is where I'm kind of thinking the ship may be a little cracked now at this point, right? Like, it's I'm having some good games with it now. Whereas before, like, we had some good games, like the damage doing is there, right? Like, it's still a decent ship, like, especially if you like that, this style of ship. But I don't know, having the smoke screen almost feels like cheating now at this point. Like, it works really, really good. And I actually like it. It's not a rolling smoke, and it's not like your standard smoke. It's like this, like, I don't know, like long dispersion, like slow creeping smoke, right? So you can kind of move with it if you need to, right? And so it works good. It works good. We'll kind of show that off a little bit here later, where I try to be like sneaky on some of these battleships that finally realize that they'll need to press in if they want to win this game. But we've got a pretty heavy situation going on this side, right? So just continuing to try and get some fires or something going on this curve first, right? Doing okay damage with just, hitting him. But the fires are going to be where it's at, right? Some damage over time. And then, yeah, our smoke screen's just now running out, so if we could sneak one last shot in here, maybe get a kill. Yes. Oh, I think we got him with the fire. There we go. Yeah, we got a Louisiana and a Yamato over here, right? So we saw some torpedo drops from the Louisiana, but they are adamant on hanging out in the back, so we can move up and hope that they come forward, and maybe we can get some torpedoes going for these guys. These are nice long range, like 13 kilometers with these. And then I'm going to shoot some short here, because I'm like, there's no way this Yamato doesn't, like, turn in at some point, right? Like, that. I mean, I'm thinking, like, that's what I would do, right? But I think I end up missing, like, all of these. And then, yeah, we got more torpedo drops from Louisiana coming. I think they're going for the battleship, though, but we can turn away from those. Hopefully help shoot some planes down. But yeah, it looks like this Yamato is just going to keep going. And I'm like, dang it. Should have shot long. But we'll send the torps just in case. You miss all the shots you don't take. I was kind of looking at this, our battleship here, trying to see if he was healing or not. Like, if he had will to rebuild, we could hang out close to him, but don't think that's what's happening, and he dies anyway. We got 15 seconds left for our next smoke screen, though. But yeah, these two, it's Yamato and a Louisiana, and it's like up against two cruisers, right? Like, they gotta press in. This is not ideal for me, right? Like, we're not in a toe-to-toe type ship to go against these kind of battleships. So we'll have to try and be cheeky with our strategy here. So see if I can get behind this island. I'm more concerned about the Louisiana at this point. See if we can get to a spot where maybe we could shoot over the land here and still get hits on him. But it's going to be up to somebody else spotting him. I think our cruiser might be picking him up still. It looks like he is. And then now we're going to have to keep... Yeah, that Yamato just kept going around. So all of our torpedoes miss him. I was very surprised he went all the way around that island. either just coincidence or he knew my evil plan this whole time. Just keep lobbing stuff at the Louisiana. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's, you know, you get a lot of hits, but you know, a lot of these shells are breaking. We're not doing too much damage. I'm trying to aim a little bit higher, a little bit further back to maybe get some superstructure hits. But there we go. We get a fire that time now. And then yeah, Yamato's coming. I was nervous that I was the one that spotted him, and like if I would have shot again, I would that would be, you know, then I would get spotted and he would whoop us. But we're good for a little bit here. Yeah, I just like almost can't believe this Louisiana just didn't push in now at this point. And then here's Yamato. We'll drop smoke. We've got, this is kind of how you got to do it with this guy, right? Like, we can't outgun him. If we're too close to fire our guns, if we fire our guns now, he'll see us, right? We'll have that smoke firing penalty, but we can use sonar to try and pick him up as he gets closer. And I was hoping he was going to charge towards us, but he doesn't. He's looking this way, though. But I was kind of hoping he'd move this way towards us. And you can see, like, we can slowly move forward and backward, and the smoke kind of comes with us. It's really, really great. But you can't, if you move too fast, like if you go full throttle, you're going to get spotted. You come out of it as it, like, drapes behind you, yeah. So I was like, all right, we can move back. And then this Louisiana, man, like, I don't know if, you know, I tried to get out of it by hitting full forward, but he still hits us with 3 of these. The heals work great on this, luckily, right? Yeah, I was, like, so annoyed that Louisiana had that good, I don't know if he was just, it was a good guess, or he thought it was, you know, stationary and not moving, or what, but I was, like, super annoyed that he got that many torpedo hits on us. So we'll send both racks here. I don't know if this Yamato knows that, you know, we're creeping backwards in our smoke here. And then that Louisiana's probably pushing in too now at this point. And we'll see if we can't sneak around the back here and just stay out of spotting range as the smoke dissipates, right? So the deployment time is what lasts here. The, like, dispersion or whatever is only like 10 seconds or so. So we're right when the smoke runs out, you gotta start moving. But we'll get a bunch of torpedo hits and get the devastating strike on the Yamato there. That puts us over the 100,000 mark for this game. And there's still a Louisiana that's got quite a bit of health out here. So we'll have to figure out if we can do something similar to him. I'll move up because, like, we do have, you know, we do have decent concealment, and then torpedoes have the really great range on this ship. So if it's just me and him, like, we could probably try and stay out of spotting range and see if we can't land more torpedoes. And then, yeah, I saw his planes taking off. That means he's got torpedo strike ready. And so I know he's, you know, he's got to be over here. He's got to be somewhat close. But I think I was, like, maybe a little too, like, I should have thought of that. Like, yeah, like, he's, like, way closer than I was expecting. But luckily we can kind of duck in here. And he gets a little bit of a hit on us, but not much. So we get away with that for the time being. But yeah, he's got plenty of health left, so we can either YOLO it or try and be strategic here. I'm gonna turn away from these airplanes, see if we can avoid more torpedoes. So turn just a little more. Do the torpedo dodge wiggle here. And then he's coming around this way, which I wasn't expecting, but it makes sense that, like, you know, he knows we've got torpedoes, so I'm gonna send torps towards him on this side then. And then we've just gotta survive for a little bit here, hoping to, like, trigger flood or something. So we'll try an angle. We take the hit there. He fired both turrets, so we know that it's gonna be a minute before he can fire again here. I'm gonna send everything I got. See if we can survive this. We do have health, or one more heal left, but it's not going to give us too much. Like, if he gets any sort of decent connection on us, we're screwed, right? So he dodges the first batch, and we get a couple of hits. Too bad we don't get a flood there, but we'll try and see if we can. We might as well be firing our guns, right? We're way too close to go unspotted. But get our smoke ready here. We might be okay. At this point, too, I was like, let's just try and get as much damage as we can before we die, just for, you know, the, like, XP sake, right? And then you know, like what, you know, we might get hit by him, right? But we get the smoke off, and I think we must have been outside the smoke firing penalty range. And then he does take a shot at us still here, and then he also drops more torpedo bombers. And I was just double checking my firing guns in smoke range there, and we can open up, so we get as much on him as we can. I'm slowing down here so we don't run into the island, and then we can still maintain like being hidden in the smoke here. Yeah, we get spotted for a second, and he takes the he just panic pulls the trigger, right? We get him with the fire there. So 177,000 damage for this game. We will take a look at the leaderboard once it clears. I think we end up either winning on points pretty quick here, or somebody takes out the carrier. But we'll start heading up that way. And then we'll take a peek at the leaderboard, and then I've got another game queued up with the Brisbane. Like I said, like we were having some good games with this. You know, it's still, you know, it's still Brisbane, right? Like it's still that type of cruiser that's, you know, made of explodium, whatever you want to say, or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, you definitely could still get dev struck, and you know, we got a little lucky here with a few of the big hits that we took. Especially early on, especially like that curvers towards the beginning, right? But the heals work great. You guys know how I love to rock fully packed, so then you get an extra heal, get some more smoke screens. We only used, it's kind of tough to use all the smoke screens, I think. And then we didn't really need the sonar because we took out the Shimika, the one destroyer on their team early on, right? But it's a good destroyer hunting ship as well. Yeah, we're gonna end up winning on points, I'm gonna guess. I thought that battleship was maybe, yeah, he's firing his guns. I thought maybe that battleship was close enough to finish him off. Must not be. Well, he's spotted now because the fighters are dropping on the map, I can see. Yeah, we get points. Alright, we'll take a quick look at the leaderboard, and then we'll jump right into the next game. And then I will also go through the commander build after this too. We broke the 3,000 the 3,000 XP, like, you know, threshold there, but somebody still beat us. That Conqueror still had a slightly better score than us, so props to that guy. And then yeah, so we're jumping into the next game here, a couple minutes in here as we send some torps through the zone. See if I'm always a fan of just dumping them early here to try and, you know, get that lucky hit on a destroyer or somebody. Then here we've got, yeah, like another cruiser here with us, and I don't know if I'm like annoyed by this guy because he's doing the same thing as me, or if I should be like, great minds think alike, you know. That's like, get away from me, like don't hang out so close. We'll die together. But then, yeah, it's going to be tough to spot things, right? So we don't have a destroyer on this flank. Our battleship's still kind of hanging out in the back. I'm not sure who picked up this Vermont, whether it was, like, it showed that we spotted too, but I don't know if anybody else can see. So I'm like, all right, if we drop our smoke and start unloading the guns, like, is he going to disappear? And sure enough, he does, right? So we get trigger the fire and get a torpedo hit. Not sure if this guy is giving me a sarcastic thank you or if he is enjoying my smoke screen. But since he moves out of it, I don't know, I almost would have said like he shouldn't fire because now he's getting shot at. But as he moves out of it, the Vermont gets spotted, so we'll take our shots here. Sent more torpedoes. We can see Worcester over on this side. See if we can't get him on fire here, but I think he's going to be close enough that we can't fire our guns without getting spotted here. Yeah, because he gets spotted. Yeah, so we're 5.6. Yeah, he's going to radar us anyway. Alright, we'll open up. Fire on him. Still getting picked up by radar now, so maybe we'll go undetected once that ends. I'm hoping. Another torp hit on Vermont. He's probably being a little too aggressive. This radar needs to be gone anytime now. It's like, it always seems like it lasts so long when it's against you, and then when you're using radar and somebody else, it's never enough time, right? Alright, Vermont's gone. I think we can move up. There's got to be at least somebody else back here, right? Unless they ditched this flank. You know, aside from the Worcester. We'll go in, we got sonar going, so we might be able to pick them up through the wall here, depending on where they're at. So I switched to AP here, just in case he's still somewhat broadside, and if if they move out. Both destroyers are on the other side, they're both over at A, so it's either another battleship or another cruiser. Oh, it's a Colbert, so it's another cruiser. Oh, he is nice and broadside. This is a perfect time to have AP loaded. He's gonna go down quick. He tickles us a little bit, but we 10 Citadel hits on him. That was pretty brutal. Alright, yeah, they got another battleship coming towards this flank too now. I think we're probably picking up the Worcester with sonar. Kind of hoping we can surprise them and pop around the corner here. Still not spotted. Yeah, he's starting to turn away though. We might not be able to do as much as as we did to the Colbert. Yeah, it's turning. It's gonna angle. Okay. We'll do what we can. We'll switch to HE. See if we can't. It's just this HE spam fight here. Yeah, I probably should have held on to my damage con. So now we got double fire now. Yeah, I was like, is he angled? Is he angled enough? Is he angled enough? We got that battleship off to our port side here shooting at us too now. So I'll try and move up and get in cover a little bit better. These torpedoes aren't going to make it. Gonna fall. He's going to be able to get around him. Yeah. Help! Somebody kill it! Uh-oh. 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 Okay. I was like, that Yamato has got it. I'm close to this. Yeah, so I was like, all right, let's just see if we can get some bullets off before we die here, and then we get the smoke, and we get our damage con back, and we've got, we're gonna get a decent amount of heal from this, right? But I was like so annoyed that Worcester got one more fire on us from probably just firing into the smoke, guessing, right? He's still lobbing bullets through here, but. We got a fire on the Yamato, I think, and so we're up to 145,000 damage and counting. I am going to just chill here. I'm going to chill here while we wait for our heal to come back. And then we'll see. We'll think about moving into the C cap zone. See if we can creep in there. Yeah, this smoke is great with being able to move around within it if you need to. Even just slightly makes a big difference. Alright, we got some health back. There's Worcester's over there. I'm nervous he's within range, so I'm just at half throttle here. Yeah, we're gonna get picked up. Shoot! Kill it! He's unloading on somebody else. Let's see if we can't get these. Get some fire started. There we go. Yeah, he takes his shot at us though.
Smoke screen set.
Alright, we're unspotted. I'm using damage con. Hopefully we don't get spotted again. Some of these bullets are getting through. So we can get the kill here. Switch to AP. Nada. Yeah, everything's getting voided through the island here. Alright, we'll back up a little bit. We know we're low on health with no more heals, so we gotta be extra cautious here if we don't want to die. Quite surprised we're still alive at this point. Anyway, all the damage on top of this is just gravy now at this point. Should have the game won. Hopefully we somebody keep this Yamato spotted for us. Get the high caliber medal there. And Witherer. We'll just keep spamming him. Nothing else to do at this point. See if we can get over 200 grand in damage. Oh, somebody's got to spot him.
I need intelligence data.
How much health is this about? Well, I mean, it's in Ohio and he's got way more health than I do, so you could move out and spot this dude, buddy. $900 damage. It's pretty solid. There we go. There's a little more there. We need the fires. We need the fires. There we go. 10 fires in one game. Take that action. Oh, of course Ohio gets the kill there. Alright, we'll move into the zone and see if we can't help with the destroyer. Yeah, I'm just like having... It's funny because I went and was like, you know, I totally forgot that the Minotaur, you could switch out the smoke for radar on it. And it was funny because I like switched out. I was just like trying to toy around with the idea of like trying to play Minotaur without smoke. And then I was like, oh yeah, Brisbane's got smoke now. And so that I'd like just do it the exact opposite where you used to not have smoke with Brisbane. But what's nice here is you got the HE shells as well with this thing, so it's brutal. And then these long range torpedoes, like I feel like this ship is the next step up. Like this is the next level where like it sometimes it kind of feels like cheating. It feels a little bit too powerful now. And like I thought it was good before too. Like I personally didn't think it needed changes, but it definitely had a unique play style, right? Like you had to try and remain in cover somewhere. So between that and the long-range torpedoes, I still felt like it had some good things going for it. But yeah, so we'll get this zone cap, see if anybody can spot the destroyer. I think somebody ends up picking him up. Can't remember if we snagged the kill on him or not. We didn't quite hit our 200,000 damage mark here that we were going for with that. But Ohio got too big of a hit on the Yamato there. Yeah, there he is. So this is always going to be hard to get hits on destroyers at this range with these kind of ships, but we'll take the shots. There's nothing else to do. That looks decent. Oh, man. Come on, bullets. Yeah, ship guys, got him. Good job. Oh, we got Dreadnought too from, oh yeah, it's pretty easy to do with this ship. So yeah, I'm using Harold Farncombe, if I'm saying that right, which is funny because like when this ship came out, yeah, 3200 XP, that puts us at the top there. When this ship came out, like, you know, you didn't have smokescreen with it, but then there was like a commander that came along with it, or that like was new, you know, for the country or something. I feel like this commander was like, you know, he's a free commander, right? But I feel like he was newish around the time that the Brisbane was, you know, available to get. And so, and he has like smoke screen like perks in his, you know, in his build. So you just couldn't use them before, but now you can switch to them, right? So you can see what I've picked for all of the things here, right? So, you know, you could go main battery reload because the turret traverse speed's pretty good, so the 15% hit there wouldn't really be a big deal. But yeah, so yeah, his base trait, it's like, you know, I put this dude on the Brisbane and it doesn't have smoke, and yet his base trait has all these smoke perks, right? So I'm going sort of shell grouping. I picked this guy here just because you do have torpedoes and main battery shells, so I felt like I was like getting a little bit of little bit of buff for both torps and main battery. And then I went with beyond range. And then, you could go burn it down, right? Because, like, it's always tough when, you're shooting that far out anyway. It's hard to get those hits. So, yeah, I wouldn't blame you for picking the fire perk over that. But, yeah, here's one where it's like, you could get some more concealment from within your smoke screen and better shell grouping. So I was using previously, it was like, well, these are stupid perks because the ship doesn't have smoke screen. But now you got, smoke stack, smoke screen radius, and detectability, right? Like, so you could, like, I feel like you could pick any of these, right? So I'm going to change it up a little bit here, and we'll probably play with the ship a little bit more. But yeah, that gets you, these are tough. Like, these are both pretty good. Maybe I'll use the shell grouping. Maybe that shell grouping one would be nice too. But yeah, you can go smoke screen dispersion time and deployment time here too and make it even better. So that's what I was saying, like, I'm like, man, like, there was so much smoke screen stuff in here. It's almost like they planned to add it in later. I don't know. But that's going to be our 2 Brisbane games for the day. I thought I'd lump 2 together for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are following the channel. I really do. It really does help me out. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and yeah, we're doing Legends videos pretty much every day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again.